Hello, and thank you for watching on my blog, in YouTube channel or in social media where you watch this video. Today I would like to talk about why people leave companies. Actually, this video is not continuation of the previous one that was on performance, where I shared the performance formula and where I promised that I will speak about the performance formula components in more details. But today's video is connected to the previous one on performance, and also all next videos that I'm going to have, they are all interconnected because basically they are all around the same big topic about performance of people, why people leave, why people stay, and what makes them work with top results and stay in the companies. And by the way, if you didn't watch the previous video on performance, where I share performance formula, I invite you to do that in my blog, in YouTube channel, or in social media where you watch this video. So why people leave companies? This question, and actually not question, but the answer to this question is of high importance to HR managers, owners, CEOs, and research agencies, because all they want to know why people leave to make people stay. And regular researches and studies are being done on this topic, and very often the answers are the same, basically the same. So the three main reasons why people leave are because of salary, because of lack of promotion, and because of lack of respect. It could be very easy. If we have just these answers, we solve those issues and everyone is happy and companies have valuable employees who stay in their companies. But it's not so simple and easy. Why? Because these answers are what people say when they are being asked why they leave. So people say, and we all know that very often people say not what they think, because we also do the same. And what is more interesting is that sometimes, or very often, people's behaviors, actions, decisions, choices are not because made based on what we think, but made or based on something else what we even sometimes are not conscious of. And the decision to leave the company may be also in this sphere, in this field of sometimes unknown and not totally conscious. And I would like to go deeper on all of these three reasons, to look at them from different perspectives and to make you also think about this from different perspectives. But before that, I would like to share one interesting story about leaving the company by my colleague. So years ago, I used to work for one company, and there was a super smart, professional, and super talented IT specialist there. He was a nice specialist and a nice person, by the way. And at one point, he decided to leave the company, and he left. And the reason why he left, the reason that he told to the HR manager, to the team members, to the people in the company, was because the lunches were cancelled in the company. We used to have free lunches which were provided by the company, so we could choose the meals we would have each day for lunch. But because of a certain period in the life of the company which was not very successful, it was decided to reduce costs, and one of costs were free lunches for the employees. So the free lunches were cancelled, and the IT specialist decided to leave because of that. I think that you will agree that most probably it was not the real reason. And even not most probably, but it was not the real reason. It was most probably the trigger that made him make this decision. But the real reason was different. And maybe if addressed in a proper way, in appropriate time, the valuable employee wouldn't leave the company. Maybe this real reason would have been addressed in a proper way. But he left. And the same is with these reasons that people provided answers why they leave the company: salary, lack of promotion, lack of respect. Let us look a bit deeper at each of these answers. So, salary. People leave because they are dissatisfied with their salary. But what does it mean? Do they want higher salary? Or they are not satisfied with the way the salary is formed? Is there only fixed amount, or there is fixed amount and bonus or commission on sales or some other activities? Are people dissatisfied with this? Or are people dissatisfied with their own salary, isolated from any other factors? Or they are dissatisfied with their salary compared to other people in the company? For example, employees which are at the same level in the company, and one is not satisfied with the salary because experience, skills, background are very high and compared to the colleague, and the salary is basically almost the same, or the value that one employee is creating is high compared to what he gets, and compared to other colleagues that create less value but get the same amount or similar amount. Or the employee can look at higher level managers or colleagues and also have this calculation based on own perception, of course, because it's never about the objective reality, it's about perception. And also see, is it fair salary to him or her or not? So the topic, the reason, the salary, leaving the company because of salary, is very, very multidimensional, and it depends on from which perspective to look at. And basically what is most important, what is the real reason for the employee to leave the company behind this salary topic. The second reason, lack of promotion, also the same. What a person is thinking about the lack of promotion. What is promotion to him or her? Is it about the increase in the salary, or it's about the status, the position, or it's about having the power and having the people to control, to manage, or it is about bigger amount or sphere of responsibilities and risks to be taken. So what is behind the promotion? Or it's the combination of everything, but always, even if it is the combination of everything, there is always one or two aspects that are more important than others. Sometimes it may be salary, sometimes it may be position, sometimes it may be power, sometimes it may be responsibility. And the third reason, lack of respect. The same. What the person means by respect. Is it about the way the feedback is provided to him or her by his or her manager? Is it about something different? For example, the person is being made fun at job, and this person looks at this as disrespect to him. Or maybe the person doesn't have proper conditions to do his or her job because of noises from the colleagues or something else, and the person thinks that this is the disrespect to him or her. So also very, very many factors may be packed in the topic and word respect. That is why it is very, very important that the line manager and his or her team member have continuous communications, so that the line manager or team lead knows what are the concerns of the team member, of the person, what he or she likes or dislikes, what he or she is satisfied with, what he or she is not satisfied with, so that to address this topic in advance and not come to the point when the person is already done with everything, is already frustrated to the highest level and just wants to leave the company. To address all this earlier and to see if it can be solved, because most often it can be solved. And it is a pity when, because of lack of this continuous communication, because of lack of satisfied needs by the person, it's a pity when high performers leave. It's not so painful when weaker people leave, when people that are not super strong leave, but when high performance leave the company, it is not good for company. So it is always better to address earlier and to have these continuous communications. But actually, even if the person decides to leave the company and says about his or her intention and wish, in most cases it is possible to address this even at this moment and try to solve. If it is possible to solve based on company's rules and procedures, based on company's business culture, to see if this can be solved, to keep the high performers. Because when high performers go, not only performance of the team and company is impacted, but also the general climate, because sometimes it can have an impact on motivation of other people in the team. So it is very, very important topic to think about, and to think about the reasons, either these three, or the reasons that people say to you when they leave your company, your organization, to look at them not superficially, that this is the reason, but try to go deeper and to try to find the real reason. What is behind these reasons about leaving the company, about the salary, about respect, about promotion, all these topics I plan to speak about in detail in future videos, because they also are connected with the performance, and basically all this has a big influence on the performance and success of each company and organization. Thank you for watching. Hope it was useful and practical for you, and see you in the next videos. If you are interested in cooperating with me, I invite you to visit my webpage. The link to the webpage is in the description of my profile. So go by the link, check the web, check the details, and if you are interested in cooperating, feel free to contact me.